It's the 11th of April.
No, it isn't.
2008.
Clearly isn't.
It's not. Welcome, though.
What am I doing? I'm in Sicily.
Welcome to the 8th Collings and Herrin podcast.
Yes.
For the first one we've ever done where we're not here.
We're not here because I'm on holiday.
Richard's on holiday.
I'm a ghost.
So, we did this last week.
It's not last week now. It's
No, as you hear it,
Oh, yeah.
it will be last week.
You're right.
We did this last Thursday. And I hope that it is appreciated by the merry band of people that actually rely on this to help them get through their mundane lives. Because
Yes,
that means we
people.
did 2 in a row last Thursday.
It does. Well, we're doing it now.
Yeah, but
Stop
this
talking
is it.
in the past.
No, I'm not in the past.
Oh, okay.
I very much live in the present.
Good. Yes. Well, we just thought we'd have.
Yeah.
I think it's Andrew's worried we'll slip down the charts if we have a week off.
No, I'm worried we're on the charts if it was just me sitting here talking on
that
my own
would
for
definitely
51
happen.
minutes. We would plummet. We would plummet. We go below nuts, so far below nuts that we would meet it on the
Why
other
don't
side.
we take it in turns from now on and see who's the most popular?
Yeah,
do one,
but
and
do
then
you know
I'll
why I don't
one.
want to do that?
Why?
Because we tried that once before when we both started MySpace pages, and you became more popular than me by the week, exponentially, to the point where you had twice as many friends, so called,
Yeah. What
than
can I
me
say?
within a number of weeks, and it
Now-
was just embarrassing.
Now on
Richard.
MySpace, if you accept everyone, you get a lot of kind of strange people.
Yeah, but I've gone off I'm not
MySpace
on
is
MySpace
rubbish.
anymore because some of the individuals who were there who were nice and were listeners to the show and all sorts, that was all right. And there was a few people in bands I hadn't seen for years that I got in touch with through MySpace, so I can see why you would do it, but I just didn't want to be on there anymore. I just suddenly felt a bit embarrassed and self-conscious about being on it, and I do not denigrate anybody who's on it. I think it's absolutely fine. You go and do it, but I personally just suddenly felt a bit stupid.
It's
being on
got
it.
a bit. They all go and you have a little bit of fun with it, and then you get
Have
bored.
a bit of fun.
I'm
Move
on Facebook now, but now Facebook's starting.
Facebook,
I like playing Scrabble.
Facebook.
Play Scrabble against cheating
Yeah, it's
people.
hard to play Scrabble in real life.
It is hard.
So, and that's not real Scrabble. It's Scrabble or something, isn't
Scrabulous.
it? Yeah.
It's exactly the same as
But
Scrabble.
why are they not? Why have they still got it on there? Because I thought Scrabble Inc. were trying to stop them from having it.
Yeah,
Because it's
but
exactly the same as Scrabble.
They're riding the storm.
They're riding it out.
Well, I think it's good for if you want to talk about it. I'm a big expert
Not
on
really,
Scrabble.
no.
I've written a sitcom.
I'll listen about it.
Written a sitcom about Scrabble players. I think it's actually very good for Scrabble because it's suddenly lots of young people are playing it and then going out and buying all the paraphernalia so they can play it at home for real and all the
And
dictionaries.
also-
And apparently the sales of all the dictionaries and everything's gone through the roof because everyone's trying to, beat their friends on the.
Is my laptop making a noise that yours isn't making?
Is that going to come out?
I don't know. Is that coming out? Can you hear that?
It's making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's right by my
But
microphone.
why is it doing it? What's it doing? It's not doing anything.
We've got both microphones on again, both computers on again because my one has been playing up and I've got to reboot the whole thing and go back to the beginning and I'm scared to do that because I think I will lose everything.
That's interesting.
What?
Lots of people who aren't interested in computers.
Yeah.
It's what?
I'm a bit scared to do it. Well, we've got to talk. We haven't got anything. We can't talk about the news.
No, we can't
can
talk about the news because we don't know what's happened.
'cause-
In fact, so much could have happened.
Yeah.
So much could have
What do
happened.
you think could have happened?
Robert Mugabe
Yeah.
might have had another election.
Then go best of
And
5.
he's going, all right, yeah. Keep going.
That will almost
I will
certainly have
cling.
happened.
He clinging to power. That's what he does. He clings. He
Yeah.
doesn't get power. He clings to it. I prefer a better system of democracy than that. Do you think there might have been a few stories about Ed Balls?
Possibly.
He's the school secretary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for a fact this time last week. I remember really well that he came under attack over cash payments for school places.
Yeah, I'm amazed we didn't get round to that story
We didn't, did we, last week? It was a
It's
waste,
got-
really, that we didn't talk about that
It's
story.
got the word balls in the title.
Well,
that's
because
about it.
Ed Balls
It's
is
his
called
name.
Ed Balls, and, it's probably an old English name.
I think Ed Balls might just finally just decide he's going to change his
Just
name.
give up.
And just go, look, I've realised it's been a bit pathetic and it's detrimental to my career. I can
Yeah.
only get this far. I mean, it's school secretary and it's called balls. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, because people in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, that headline that was in the Mail last week
Yeah.
was Balls Under Fire in row over cash for school play. Balls under a fire. Imagine having your balls under a fire. That'd be terrible.
Underneath.
Or
On top
near
of
it.
Over a fire.
Over,
If it's
under,
far enough away, it'd
near.
be nice.
It's not...
There's a difference. Will it be warming?
Gently warming.
Gently warm, but if you get
Yeah.
too close and your balls...
Yeah.
Either your Ed Balls or Ed Balls balls.
I
bet he has some fun.
think him and his wife have a few laughs.
I didn't think he looked like that at all.
Yeah, he's quite a jolly looking
I thought he was
chap.
kind of quite a young. I think I was maybe thinking of David Miliband.
Well, the thing is with the young, you see, the young is all politics. Young is entirely relative, isn't
Yeah.
it? because when I remember Tony Blair was supposed to be young, wasn't he, when he was made
Well,
Prime
he was,
Minister?
but then he got
Yeah,
very
but
old.
Relatively.
He aged like that Nazi at the end of Indiana Jones.
That's true. Do you know why? He's a Nazi.
Because he drank from the fancy-looking goblet.
He drank from the goblet.
He drank
of
from
bush.
the bush.
He drank from the bush.
The
of,
hairy goblet.
the bush of corruption.
Yeah. So, but he looks quite like a testicle. Ed Balls is very unfortunate. It's like if you could personify
people to have a round
if you could
head.
personify a testicle, it would be him. He's got a bit of hair on the top. If you turn that upside down,
Yeah.
and then it's a sort of smiley. If there was ever a puppet thing of genitals, I'm sure there have been on many occasions. It would be
It
Ed,
would be
Ed
like him.
Balls. Could be if the spitting image came back. So there we covered Ed Balls.
Good old Ed Balls.
What else has happened this week? Do you think?
Well, while we sit here, not actually here, really important things could be happening, and we might sound a bit kind of trite.
We might do,
to
what?
not be addressing them.
What if there's been another 9/11 in the last?
Now, if that happens,
7-3.
if that happens,
Yeah, 3
as
7.
long as it doesn't happen on this day,
4-7.
see, because on that day, if we were doing a podcast on
Yeah.
September 11th, 2001, I was actually on that day recording a light-hearted pilot for the then not even on-air Six Music with Linda Smith. And we were having kind of nice, fun chat about her life. And actually, I'm very proud that we did and glad that we did that now, because it's nice to have it, a record of her early life. But then we finished it and we were all jolly, and that